Hello kids, welcome to Alpha Geeks. Let's continue with the next topic, that is migration and hibernation in animals. Animals are found everywhere in almost all types of weather conditions. Different animals show different types of adaptations for survival. Animals that live in very cold places find it difficult to survive due to shortage of food. There are two ways of dealing with cold, that is hibernation and migration. What is hibernation? Hibernation is when animals go to deep sleep to survive freezing winters and scarcity of food. This phenomenon is known as hibernation. How do animals get ready to hibernate? When an animal hibernates, it does not leave its habitat but becomes inactive. It mostly falls into deep sleep throughout the winter. During hibernation, the animals eat well during summer when food is easily available. They eat extra food and begin storing it as body fat. They use this fat for energy while hibernating. And animals usually find a safe, quiet, and a warm place to hibernate. Some animals go underground and some make their hibernation sites comfortable by lining them with grass and leaves. Where do animals hibernate? Hibernating animals like to be in a safe place so that predators won't find them. Animals like to hibernate in places that are dark and quiet. Bears hibernate in caves. Snakes hibernate in burrows. Raccoons hibernate in logs. Squirrels hibernate in trees. And turtles hibernate in mud. During hibernation, animals take fewer breaths. Their heart beats more slowly and their body temperature drops. This helps animals to save energy for hibernating. During hibernation, the Arctic ground squirrel's body temperature drops to below freezing. Every 2 to 3 weeks, it shivers for 12 to 15 hours, warming its body back to normal before plummeting back to below freezing temperatures. Why is hibernation important? Hibernation is extremely important for survival of some animals. During winter months, the food becomes scarce or not available at all. This is because many plants shed their leaves during winter and thereby no seeds and nuts available for those animals which depend on these for their survival. Smaller animals of prey may move to warmer places or hibernate themselves. Outdoor temperatures also become dangerously low, so hibernation gives them a break from searching for food while surviving in cold temperatures as they find a safe shelter to hide and sleep throughout the winter season. Some of the examples of animals which hibernate include bears, bats, hedgehog, snake, chipmunks, and frog. Migration is a behavioral adaptation that involves an animal or group of animals moving from one region to another and back again. Many animals leave cold places in the winter where they live and travel to warmer areas where there is enough food. When winter ends, they travel back home. This long journey is called migration. The Siberian cranes nest in western Siberia and migrate to India during extreme winter conditions of Siberia. The Arctic terns migrate from the Arctic circles in the north to the Antarctic in the south and back each year. The Arctic tern usually migrates long because of breeding reasons. Another reason they migrate long is because the drop in temperatures over the winter in the northern hemisphere. During the warmer months, whale feeding sources can become scarce. This leads to whales migrating to colder waters where food sources have not been exhausted and are plentiful. The monarch butterflies are not able to survive the cold winters of most of the United States, so they migrate south and west each autumn to escape the cold weather. Animals migrate in search for suitable shelter, food, and suitable place for breeding. And some of the reasons other than these are: one of the main purpose of migration is to minimize exposure to predation. especially during calving when young animals are particularly vulnerable. The seasonal rains and search for green grass drive wildebeest to migrate. Some of the examples of migrating animals are caribou, Arctic tern, humpback whales, monarch butterflies, salmon, and wildebeest. The term estuation describes the state of inactivity or sleep during summer in hot temperatures. Both invertebrates and vertebrates show this kind of phenomenon during high temperatures to save their energy. To survive, animals dig into the ground where they remain idle and cool themselves of the extreme climate and conserve water and energy and protect themselves from dying due to intense heat and dryness. During the hottest months of the year, when the rivers dry up, the crocodiles go underground where it is cooler and enters a state of estivation. There it will stay for months, dwelling and waiting for the coming rains. Crocodiles estivate by slowing down their metabolism, remaining sedentary, and sometimes by looking for a burrow to shelter from the extreme heat. Then they get inside. The crocodiles slow their breathing and heart rate. Prior to estivation, the lungfish furiously burrow into the muddy ground. Burrowing allows lungfish to create a protected habitat where they can survive during the long period of dormancy. As the water levels fall, lungfish burrow into the bottom mud to form a cocoon and estivate through the dry season. Earthworms are one of some animals that coil into a slime-coated ball and go to estivation. The slime keeps the worms from drying out. The most important way of terrestrial snails to protect themselves against desiccation and evaporation is a layer of mucus covering all of their body. That is what they do during estivation. Estivating frogs generally burrow underground during the dry season, form a water-conserving cocoon, and reduce their metabolism dramatically. Some of the examples of estivating animals are bees, lungfish, snail, earthworm, and tortoise. If you have liked this video, then hit the like button and subscribe. And don't miss to press the bell icon to get new notifications. Thank you.